Well, welcome back, guys, to another video. And in this video, I'm going to be telling you exactly everything you're going to need to know before you go snorkeling. But before we get into that, announcements come first. Now, I know last time when we were in this room, I said that I'm going to be working on a video once a week. And I'm still going to be doing that. But right now, we got some crazy storms going on. And it is messing up the waves. So surfing is out the window. Snorkeling is out the window because of the currents, and it's just, you can't see a thing. It's terrible. I thought it was going to get better after the last snorkeling video, but it just got worse. So yeah, not doing that for a bit. And just a little excuse, my microphone broke. Well, no, it didn't break. The cord broke, so I got a new cord, and it's all fine. So, yeah, I'm back. I didn't forget. I managed to get a short out. If you didn't see that, go check it out. I mean, it's nothing that you haven't already seen, but, still pretty cool. But we are going to go into everything about what you need to know before snorkeling and finish off all the comments that you guys had that I didn't get to answer when I made the snorkeling video. So, yeah, because that was a whole crazy thing. Super sketch. If you haven't seen that video, go check it out. Super awesome. Snorkeling. I don't remember what it's called, but, sketchiest freediving or something. An amazing title. Anyways, let's hop right into it. We're going to start from the head down to the toes. So that starts with the mask. Now, you're going to come across just about two different masks. You're going to come across a lot of different types of masks, but I like to classify them in just two types. One is with black silicone, and it's just these front windows right here. And this is my favorite because when you're like spearfishing, or you want to like see something and you tilt your head and you're in real clear water and the sun's real bright, it'll blind you, and it's just, I don't know, I find it more comfortable in a mask like this. But you can also get a mask like this, where it has the transparent silicone, and you're able to you're able to see more. You have a wider vision, especially when it comes with these windows here. But it just is so boxy on my face. I don't feel comfortable. Like, you can like feel it kind of dragging on your face. One, it's a little too big for me. But two, it's just like real boxy. This is real clean, and it just sticks to your face real nice. So I just prefer this, but each to his own. If you want to see more, make you feel less claustrophobic, because I guess this other mask could. This is the mask that you would want to get. But yeah, it's still a really great mask, and it does the job really well. Now, what I like to do to my masks before I go snorkeling or scuba diving is baby shampoo. If you put baby shampoo into your mask before you go and you just let it sit, it will create a film on your mask, and then it won't fog up, or at least as easily. It'll take a lot to make it fog up. A lot of people just spit into their mask, which I do too when I forget to put baby shampoo. So yeah, you can do that, but it doesn't work as well as baby shampoo. And the reason why baby shampoo is because then it doesn't sting your eyes. So yeah, just a little thing you should probably do, because I do it all the time, and it just makes your experience a whole lot better when you don't have to keep coming up and washing out your mask. You can just keep going, and it's awesome. Now we come to the snorkel. And again, you're going to come across about two different types of snorkels, or at least how I like to classify them. One, you'll get a snorkel where it's an open head, just like this, and this is how I have it. Or you can get a snorkel where it has a closed head, like this. And there's not really much of a difference. I mean, technically, or usually, they're more expensive when they come with a head like this. And all it does is it protects you from, like, spray and stuff. So, yeah, but this also does a really good job. I mean, sometimes when because I'll kick out on my back to get out past the surf, and sometimes spray will get into my snorkel, but it doesn't go into your mouth. It just sits down there, and as you breathe, you can hear it like gurgling, so you just puff it out, and it's really not a big deal. But again, each to his own. If you feel better with a head, then go for it. It does protect it from the spray a little bit better. But yeah, I just prefer this. It's just cleaner, less drag. And then this is a clip. And this clip is what clips on to your mask so that it stays attached, and your snorkel always goes on the left side of your face. I mean, you can wear it on your right side, but if you were ever to go scuba diving, your regulator would be on your right side and your snorkel would be on your left. So yeah, it's always better just to have it on your left. That's typically how people use it. And before we get to the fins, and if you guys are enjoying this video or any of my other content, please go below the video, drop a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Make sure to ding that little taco bell so that you don't miss out on any of my future content. Alright, now we got the fins. And again, I classified them into two little parts. How I like to classify my fins. So we got this fin here. This is your typical fin. Doesn't have a slit down the middle. It's solid. They can come in shorter form or longer form, but this is the typical fin. It'll have a boot already in it. So it's real nice. It's basically what everybody has. Now there's this type of fin, and this type of fin is what I like to use, and it has a slit down the middle. And the slit just makes it easier, especially for me when I'm swimming, when I'm kicking. It makes it easier so that you don't feel the full force of the water. The water like slips through, but you still get a lot of power and go really far. So yeah, that's my favorite. I'm not going to give you guys any brands because I don't even really know what brands you should get. I just go to like a dive shop or wherever, and as long as it feels like good quality, like on your mask, good quality silicone around, you don't want it to get crusty or anything. And you can just kind of tell when something's good quality, especially if you go to like a dive store or something. So yeah, I'm not going to give off any brands because I don't even know if I would trust them. I'm not even going to give off what I have because I don't know if I trust it really yet. But because I just got it, the mask, I mean. But anyways, back to this fin. This fin is, you're supposed to wear booties with them, but it's really hot here and I really don't need booties, and they're supposed to make it more comfortable, but it's still really comfortable for me just wearing it like this. It has a little lip up here so it doesn't cut into me or anything, and I just wear it without the booties, and it fits real nice, and you can just adjust it any way you want. And it's really easy to slip on as you're in the water and take off. So, yeah, that's my favorite type of fin. Alright, so that's all the equipment that you're really going to need for snorkeling. But there is some things that you should do after you snorkel. And the main biggest thing, and a lot of people don't do it, and it's just terrible for your stuff, is you need to rinse it out. Especially if you're in salt water. The salt will destroy your plastic and everything that holds everything together. The seals, it'll all get corroded after a while, and it'll make it all crusty. So just whenever you go snorkeling or anything in the salt water, make sure you rinse it off real good, real good, and you'll be good. Because yeah, my stuff has lasted me a long time because I just rinse it all out. And I live in Fortaleza, and they have the second saltiest coast. Maybe wrong about that. Don't Google it. I think it's the second saltiest coast in the world. It's insane. Everything corrodes here like crazy. But I've had my stuff for a long time because I rinse it out and keep it real nice. So if you want to keep your stuff, just rinse it out and you'll be good. Now to finishing answering all of your guys' comments. So someone asked about wetsuit, and wetsuit is really, you're only gonna want it for two reasons. You're in cold weather, and you don't want to freeze to death, and two, if you're around like a lot of coral and it's kind of shallow, it can protect you for if a wave hits you up against sharp rock or coral or anything like that, because that will cut you up real bad. So wetsuits are good for that. But if you're in like freezing temperatures, you're gonna want a dry suit. But I don't really know why you want to go snorkeling in that. It's kind of like a holiday trip to the Bahamas when I think of snorkeling. So I don't know why you'd be going to Alaska to snorkel. But that actually would be pretty cool. So yeah, I don't use a wetsuit. I have worn a wetsuit before when I was training for my dive certification. I wore a wetsuit, and I mean, they're fine. It depends on if you're claustrophobic or not. You could get claustrophobic in it because it is kind of tight and thick. Restricts your movements a little bit. So I just go without, and you're fine. You're fine as long as you're in, decent temperatures. You'll be good. All right, so there's another question that a lot of you guys have been having, which is you have a lot of doubts about breathing through your mouth when you're having a mask and what it's like. And literally, you put the mask on and there's just like this tiny pressure, and it's like, even if you do forget and for some reason you go to breathe through your nose, you'll instantly remember and switch to your mouth because you won't get any air, and so your body will instantly react to then breathe through your mouth. So that's why I like to have a snorkel. Some people don't like to use a snorkel. They like to go without a snorkel, but then they have to keep picking their head up and going back down. It's just annoying. If you have a snorkel, you can just cruise on the top, and it's awesome. A lot of people also don't like it because it's like they think it's harder to breathe, and I can get that, but your body's getting all the breath that it needs. And as long as you just take it slow, you shouldn't get short of breath. If you're getting short of breath, then you're going too fast. Because you should be getting all the breath that you need, and you shouldn't have a problem. But yeah, it is kind of like a sensation of putting a clip on your nose. It's just you just feel this little force, and you're like, I cannot breathe. And so then you breathe through your mouth, and it's a-okay. Your brain will instantly go to breathing through your mouth. Now, a lot of people say that it's uncomfortable to wear a mask, and I just don't remember. I've worn a mask for all my life, and I don't ever remember it being uncomfortable. If it is, it's probably too tight, and this part in the silicone is probably pressing up against your forehead. I can see that because sometimes when the pressure's too tight. But also, yeah, what can be hurting you is you've sucked in through your nose, and it's put in a little bit of pressure, and the pressure will press up against your face. So if you do feel pressure on your face, just blow a little bit out your nose to fill it up, and then you should be good. But if that still doesn't help, then you need a bigger mask. So you guys also asked about which order you will put your equipment on when you're scuba diving. So first, it would be the wetsuit, if you're going to wear a wetsuit while scuba diving, which you may want to do depending on where you are, because it is colder the farther down you go. I didn't wear one because it's Brazil. It's hot, bro. I do not need a wetsuit. It's the last thing I need. But you may need that depending on where you are. And then, so after you put on your wetsuit, then it'll be your weight belt, then it'll be your BCD with your tank already attached. You'll learn how to do all of that, and or if you become dive certified. And then it will be your fins, and then it's your mask. The last thing that you put on is your mask, and then depending on what type of boat launch you do, you'll either step off or you'll roll back. But either way, you'll hold your mask up at the top, and then you'll hold your regulator with the palm of your hand, and you enter the water. And yeah, that's how you enter the water. So yeah, the last thing that you put on is your mask. The first thing you put on is either your wetsuit or your weight belt. Now, you guys had a ton of other comments about scuba diving and a ton about scuba diving. So to figure out all of that, go check out this video right here, and it'll explain it all to you guys. Goodbye for now.